Starting in 2021, a strange phenomena has occurred in China. Pre-made food has suddenly become a popular spot for investment. According to official reports, in 2022 alone, the market for pre-made food in China reached close to 420 billion yuan, or nearly 60 billion. On February 13, 2023, the #1 document of the CCP Central Committee, Opinions of the State Council on Doing a Good Job of Comprehensively Promoting the Key Work of Rural Revitalization in 2023, was released. It explicitly mentioned fostering the development of pre-prepared dishes for the first time. In March of the same year, Beijing officials released the white paper on the development of China's pre-made food industry in 2022, which explicitly mentioned that in 2026 the scale of China's pre-made food market would exceed trillions. On July 31, 2023, the General Office of the State Council forwarded to the National Reform and Development Commission the notice on measures to restore and expand consumption. It mentioned tapping into the potential of the market for pre-made food and accelerating the construction of pre-made food production bases. Immediately after that, on August 28, 2023, the Shanghai International Food and Beverage Ingredients Exhibition held the Future Summit of Pre-Made Food Industry in response. Many netizens have suspected that the big boss behind the sudden rise of pre-made food must be a red powerhouse. Some people say, the market for pre-made food is too tempting, and the rich and powerful can't let go of such a large economic interest. There's no reason why a scythe won't cut the chives. People with power can do whatever they want. Since the start of September 2023, governments all over China have suddenly become very active in promoting pre-made food that may contain additives and preservatives. Chinese schools have evidently become the first stop in this drive. In many places in China, it has become a common phenomenon for pre-made dishes to be used at school. Some netizens have shown the order information of pre-made dishes posted in the online parent group, including detailed menus and ingredient lists. According to media reports in mainland China, parents of several secondary and elementary schools in Jiangxi province have complained that lunches centrally delivered at school have problems such as slow delivery, terrible quality, and poor taste. Some parents who showed their lunches in the video said their children complained that the meat was very salty, the vegetable leaves were yellow, and the bamboo curd was sour so that their children couldn't even stomach it. A few parents said that their children had diarrhea after eating at school. From the online video, it seems that children don't like the pre-made dishes much. Parents have seen the lunchboxes from the trash with lots of leftovers. Look, how could they eat this? They can't swallow this, right? You see this meal is basically untouched. It's pretty much thrown away.
都不要了吗？不好吃吗？不好吃啊！哇，都这么多啊！那下午会肚子饿哎。都很多，鱼蛋也不好吃是吧？鱼蛋好吃。都没吃完。
It can be seen that the risk of food quality is borne by students and the schools where the delivery company and the forces behind it are the main beneficiaries. In September 2023, a pre-made food manufacturer described how the pre-made dishes were made. It has verified the parents' concerns. Pre-made dishes have nonetheless made their way into schools. It has even surprised us who make pre-made dishes. I've been making pre-made dishes for 7 or 8 years. It seems the merchants who make pre-made dishes across the board have remained silent, sitting quietly and watching how things unfold. So, I'll just say it. I'll let my stand be known. I firmly oppose the promotion of prepared dishes in schools. That's simply irresponsible to the next generation. To my understanding, the pre-made dishes aren't suitable for any group of people to consume over the long term. Its original intent isn't to serve children, but mainly for hotels and countryside banquets. There are 3 main purposes. First, it's to save the cost of labor. Second, is to standardize dishes to eliminate subjective factors. The collective procurement of raw materials reduces the cost of production, so prices are lower. But there are also many problems in the middle. To have a longer shelf life, even if they are frozen frozen products, preservatives are added because it's permitted by the state. Adding preservatives is like giving the product an insurance policy. Also, for the sake of color, flavor, and shape, a variety of additives are added. There are only things you can't think of. There is nothing we can't do. In addition, to speed up production, pre-made food is usually cooked so customers only need to heat them at mealtimes. Unfortunately, it loses a lot of the taste, color, nutrition, and so on. This is unavoidable. What's the harm to the human body if you eat pre-made food? There is no authoritative data yet. Some experts say that overnight leftovers can cause cancer. Personally, I feel that pre-made food is definitely more harmful than overnight leftovers. The change process goes from quantitative to qualitative. At least my family, especially my children, won't eat pre-made food. I'm sure many of the operators won't eat their own products often either. In September 2023, a video on Douyin was widely spread. A knowledgeable source described the ingredients of pre-made dishes from a professional point of view. This is the ingredient list of a pre-made dish. If you don't know the dangers of pre-made dishes for kids, then listen to me for 2 minutes. Fish-flavored minced pork and eggplant. I won't talk about the main ingredients. I will only talk about the additives. Let's take a look at the function of sodium phosphate, anti-inflammatory, anti-allergenic, anti-rheumatic. It's a prescription drug. Excessive exposure to it in daily life may cause harm to the human body and manifest symptoms such as neurological reactions and gastrointestinal discomforts. Then take a look at the production date of this pre-made dish, May 5th, 2023, and it will take 4 months for it to reach the children's plate. Do you parents understand? Eat the pre-made dishes with all kinds of preservatives, additives, and some prescription drugs to prevent inflammation and allergies. How about that? Doesn't the ingredient sound familiar and taste delicious? After learning from the two professionals, would you still dare to eat such food?
不解决你们这个帮恶的人，不会让我们的孩子的未来再吃上任何一口中食垃圾食品，对不对？
The Beijing authorities have forced pre-prepared food into schools. It has pushed parents' bottom line. Here is a scene in front of a school. Many parents went to school to deliver meals to their children. One comment read, "Grit your teeth and squeeze in, then come out confused." Netizens have said it's heartbreaking and helpless to see a video like this where parents are crowding in to deliver meals to their children.
I
don't think there is any need to argue about whether pre-made food is nutritious or safe. What is most important is that it isn't standardized yet, even though it has become a wealth windfall these days in the scale of the industry. So, who should be the first to try out this novelty? At least it shouldn't be children to try it out. Who should go first? First, if it's something good and it's something promoted by the government, those officials should try it first. In other words, the government cafeteria should serve it, so it can be proven that it's safe with no problems. Then it can be put into the school cafeterias. This should be the order. The economist's suggestion is good, but will officials eat pre-made food? A netizen showed the cafeteria of a state ministry in Beijing. There were over 20 different dishes plus fruits and yogurts in buffet style. It cost only 50 cents per person.